Overfunctioning as a parent. Let's define overfunctioning. Overfunctioning is a behavioral and relational pattern where a person consistently takes on more responsibility than is healthy or appropriate, often doing for others what they could or should do for themselves. I'm talking to us parents out here today. Overfunctioning as a parent looks like not allowing them experiencing consequences for their actions. Overfunctioning as a parent looks like trying to fix it when they didn't even ask for your help. We categorize that as being a loving parent, but really, based off of definition, it's our way of overfunctioning, trying to help them to not experience consequences that oftentimes we think are either going to fall back on us because we're going to have to step in and say, pay the rent, step in and say, pay the car note, step in and get them out of jail, step in and have to go up to the school because they didn't make the right decision. Whatever we create as that fear in our mind is the reason why we oftentimes overfunction as parents. Overfunctioning oftentimes causes the children to not take responsibility or accountability for their own behavior. Now, me being a person that oftentimes I have lived inside of overfunctioning, I know that my overfunctioning stemmed out of fear. Fear of what's going to happen if I don't fix this. Fear of what is going to happen if I don't pay this. What is going to happen if I don't step in and try to bring some peace to this situation that looked like it could be chaotic? And by always doing that, you know what that created? That created a very dependent child. So the things that he should have been doing independently or felt like taking on the responsibility to do independently was hindered because I always overfunctioned. And believe it or not, I didn't even realize that it was overfunctioning until now at this big grown age. And I see now how various people function around me or they're under functioning around me. I realize a lot of that I created myself. And so listen, that's a very hard pill to swallow. But because I am in a place to swallow that pill, no matter what my titles are, no matter my education, I am still always learning and open to learning. And so as I learn, I feel like I do you a disservice if I don't try to teach what I learned as well. So for us overfunctioning parents, we have to learn how to allow our kids to experience consequences for their actions. That's the only way they're going to learn. It's the only way that we learn. And just in case you're not quite sure, you're watching this video still and you're like, well, I'm not really sure if I overfunction or not. Let me help you again with the definition. It is a behavior or relational pattern where you consistently take on more responsibility than what is healthy or appropriate, often doing for others what they could and should be doing for themselves. If you oftentimes function in your parental role out of fear, 9 times out of 10, you are overfunctioning. Because that fear, that false evidence that appears real, makes you believe that if you don't fix it or if you don't step in, then the absolute worst is going to happen. But the reality is that whatever we imagine as the absolute worst may be the very thing that helps them to get to the place that we've been praying them into. Also, the part about overfunctioning is that if we're doing all of this trying to avoid their consequences from hitting them, trying to fix everything, then we as believers, how is that us allowing God to have complete control? He tells us, he says, trust in me with all your heart. He says, lean not into your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge me, and I will direct your path. In Proverbs chapter 3, he tells us this. Now, if he's telling us to trust him with our whole heart, do you not believe that he would be telling our children that our children have to learn how to trust him? How do you oftentimes learn how to trust them? Well, you have to first learn how to depend upon them to even trust them. So I believe what he's trying to do is he's trying to show us that if we just allow him, if we loosen the reins and stop overfunctioning and allow him to be who he says that he is, and we acknowledge him in all our ways, I believe the direction that our children need, they will find, because we acknowledge the right individual. We're not the people that need to be acknowledged. It's him that needs to be acknowledged so that he can direct them. And I think that is so very important, because we don't even realize as parents how exhausting, how tiring, how emotionally depleting it is to always be trying to fix or overstep our boundaries when it comes to our children. We have told ourselves that this is what being a loving parent looks like. We need to stop fooling ourselves. That's not what a loving parent looks like. That's what a scared parent looks like, or a parent that is operating out of fear. So I hope, as I have shared this information about overfunctioning inside of our parental role, I hope that this helps you to understand that we have to allow them to face their consequences. That's the only way they're going to learn accountability. We have to sometimes just listen and not try to fix it. No matter how strong the feeling comes inside of us to want to fix it, we have to step back and allow them the space and the room to grow so they can become productive individuals, so they can become productive children that learn to seek God for themselves, and so that we can learn how to become in a state of rest where we're not always uptight, where we're not wanting to not answer the phone because we're thinking, here he goes again, or here she goes again, or what has happened now. The Lord is really trying to teach us and help us learn what it means when he said that he would give rest to his beloved. I hope this helps, and I hope you have the most amazing day.